Hi everyone, this lesson recap video focuses upon experiments and placebos. A lot of research is quantitative in nature, and the vast majority of this focuses upon and uses experiments. With experiments, the first thing to get your head around really is the idea of variables. There's two types. There's an independent variable and a dependent variable. The independent variable is something that you change and can be manipulated. The dependent variable is an outcome, for example performance, something that is hopefully changed by your manipulation of the independent variable. Understanding the differences between the types of variables is actually key in regards to quantitative studies and compiling these. We've covered in the past looking at research designs. Well, one main part of a research design for a quantitative study is for you to come up with some statements, otherwise known as hypotheses, about what you think will happen within your study. As you can see, we've used an example focusing upon warm-ups and penalty kick success rates. Well, the independent variable, something that I would be changing within that study, would be the level of warm-up. The dependent variable, the outcome, the performance in essence, is the success rate of the penalty kicks. Two types of hypotheses: the research one, something that you are thinking is going to happen, and a null hypothesis typically sometimes tends to be the opposite of this, but generally it tends to revolve around the idea that there will be no difference. So what I am doing to change the independent variable isn't going to have an impact upon the dependent variable. We then moved on to discussing the placebo effect, which in essence is something that seemed real to the participant. It involves the use of deception to make the participants believe that they are actually taking part in or taking a supplement, when in actual fact they're not. Placebos are generally used to test the effectiveness of an actual product or situation. Now, we spoke about placebos in everyday life, for example buttons in lifts and different types of petrol. There are plenty of them. A good example is drawn from the discipline of medicine. There's research out there to suggest that doctors are now prescribing placebos for people who are suffering from depression, due to the fact that the depression pills cannot outperform the placebo. And the final thing that we covered was the nocebo effect. This is when participants believe that they have taken an actual supplement, for example, and they start to experience the side effects that a participant that had taken an actual supplement would do. Well, in actual fact, what they have taken had no active ingredient, so there's no reason for them to experience any of these side effects. With regards to sports performance, I have placed a document upon Moodle that has a really thorough analysis of the placebo effect and how this has been used within sports performance. If you are interested in conducting a study using placebos, have a read of it and it may give you some inspiration.